This is Bel'Shir Vestige spawning in the top left-hand position. The red Protoss, once again, from SK Telecom T1. The first Starcraft2 OSL winner, it is Rain. Can he take the 4-0 for SK Telecom to sweep out Samsung Khan?
His opponent from Samsung Khan. His name is Reality, spawning as the blue Terran on the right bottom position.
So last game, we saw some excellent Oracle usage in this matchup from Bisu. And we did see Rain use an Oracle, and he went for a Stargate opening versus Flash a few days ago when he played PvT. So what do you think? Are we going to see that Stargate opener once again?
Well, the map certainly actually works for that because the map is not that big, which means Oracles can get inside your opponent's main base easily. Granted, a lot of Terran players are getting one engineering base these days just to make sure that they could deflect the multiple Oracles by building turrets. But Rain, I was thinking about this for a few good minutes once I got home, and if you make only single Oracle, it's really iffy for the Terran players. If you draw out the turret and kill some SCVs while the turret is being made, it's already worth it, even if you only kill 2 or 3 SCVs, because you pretty much force the Terran player to make a turret at a place where they don't want to.
Yeah, and I guess at the same time, they can't be as aggressive as well.
Yes, they have to stay inside the main base. The Marines need to be in perfect position before the turrets need to finish. And if the Terran player plays too greedy, and if they don't have enough Marines, then they could actually die to Oracles.
Yeah, we have seen towards the earlier parts of the beta and early on in the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Storm, we did see Terran players die to Oracles. Now we have a Command Center first opening from Reality here, and Rain is going for the double gas opening as well.
Yeah, double gas opening is pretty much the standard these days for Protoss players, and pretty much in any matchup except PvC.
Yeah. They get the double gas anyway, it's just a bit later in the game.
Just a bit later in the game. And Protoss players, back in the days, they could have gone for the single gas, but look at this. After the double gas, he's not mining from the gases because he wants to follow up with the Nexus right away.
Yep, so getting this early Nexus definitely going to allow Rain's economy to be on par with Reality's, and possibly following this, maybe we'll see that Stargate tech. He did get the double geysers there, so he can really go whatever he wants after this. Seen the double racks as well, a very common follow-up to the Command Center first. It allows you to be safe against pretty much any type of opening.
Definitely, except some Stargates, and if the Terran player, lacks up with macro for a few seconds, and if you don't have enough Marines, and if the Protoss player actually decides to get up to 3 or 4 Oracles and go inside the main base, even if they have up to like 10 Marines, if you just micro the Oracles, so those 10 Marines are gone within like 5 seconds.
Indeed they are, so it looks like Reality trying to get a scout on Rain's base here. He's going to be able to see pretty much everything. He'll know about the fast Nexus as well. Mothership Core on the way for Rain as well, and we still do not see his tech follow-up quite yet.
Well, it's kind of too early for Reality's tech follow-up because he's still not mining the gas. He knows that his opponent might go for Stargate right after, so he needs to start making those Marines, put 4 in the bunker, and put few around the map to make sure that the Oracle harassment doesn't do as much damage. And that's why he is also getting the supply depot in this position to scout any air units going inside his main base right after. But hold that thought, we have a 3rd command center.
Yeah, 3rd command center, and surprisingly a robo opening from Rain here. I was kind of expecting the Stargate, given how he went for the command center first, and sometimes your units are spread quite thin by going for such an economical opening, and also because we saw so much Stargate before this. But yeah, Reality, he's not going to really know about this robo opening as well, and Rain at the same time will not know about that 3rd command center until he has an observer over there.
Yeah, well, I was thinking for a second, if you sometimes go for the Nexus right after you see the 15 command, and some players go for the Stargate and then the Nexus. So if you go for a Stargate, I'm pretty sure you have this huge timing window where the Oracles can do a lot of damage, but if you go for the Nexus and then the Stargate, then your opponent is going to have enough Marines to deflect the Oracle.
Yeah, it's true, very true. Alright, so we have 2 more gateways on the way for Rain here. He's getting a Sentry and Observer. But overall, just playing very safe, very, very solid, there's really no weaknesses in what he's doing right now. You can't really punish this as a Terran player, and he's just going to be macroing up behind this.
Yeah. Reality playing like Flash, actually, just getting the 3 command center as the game began. and now he's going to have a lot of economy kicking in. Now, the difference between this game and the previous Rain's game is that Rain did not go for Stargate, so he's not going to be killing any SCVs pretty soon, which means that Reality's 2-base economy is going to kick in pretty soon. He's going to take the third, no problem, and he needs some answers against the medevac harassment because he was just sitting inside the main base trying to defend against some sort of Marine pressure.
Yeah. Double Forge on the way for Rain now, and the robotics say, oh, the scan is just going to barely miss that, and oh, never mind, it is able to see that, the Double Forge. So Reality, he knows exactly what he's going to be up against here, and knowing that there's going to be no Stargate, he's probably going to move his Marines up. He's moving his Marines down to the natural. He had to have some in the main just in case there was some horrible harassment.
Yeah, it's just an iffy situation for the Terran players to be in while playing against Protoss these days. You know, back in the old days, they all left their Marines at the natural, unless, you know, and then sometimes they died to the Warp Prism harassment, but it really didn't happen. So all they need to do is leave every single unit at the natural. Now, they can't do that anymore. They don't know what's going to come towards the main base. They might even have a Mothership Core harassment, putting the Time Warp on the SCVs and delaying the income for such a long time. So they need to be on their toes and have Marines all around their base early in the game.
Yes, they do. But now, because there is no threat of the Oracles, the Marines have moved out to the natural, and now we have a fast third Nexus from Rain here. He is comfortable going for that after he noticed that his opponent had that third command center as well. So really just both players sitting back and macroing and being very passive.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that Heart of the Swarm is more aggressive, and that's why some fans enjoy it more. But there's still some games where it just plays like Wings of Liberty, just relax and, you know, enjoy the good old days. I have to say.
Just sit back, relax in your easy chair.
And then just wait until you just have to micro your 200 army.
Yep. Well, we have Colossus range on the way as well as Blink. I've noticed a lot of Protoss players have been trying to get Blink out a little bit faster than normal, definitely because of how dangerous medevacs can be nowadays with the Ignite Afterburners ability that allows the medevacs to move so fast, essentially for free. Rain, he's gonna, looks like he was gonna move out for a second there, just backing up now, and I think we're gonna soon see some harassment from Reality. The medevacs are boosting over to the main base. Rain, he has so much observer ground covering pretty much everywhere that he could possibly attack. So smart. Look at the positioning of that Mothership Core.
Yeah, you could actually put the Nexus Cannon at the main base and at the natural at the same time, and you don't even have to move across the map. Now, Reality, knowing that there's enough units to deflect this attack and possibly the Mothership Core at the Nexus, he's going to pull out.
He's going to pull out and heal up his units. He'll probably try to move back in there pretty soon here. Does Reality spot that observer? It does not look like it. He's just going to sit there and see everything.
Well, it's really hard to if it's just sitting there.
Yeah. All right, well, we have two Colossi on the way for Rain. Do you think he's going to continue his Colossi production, or he's going to go more into that Templar tech?
Well, he just secured the third base, so the two Colossus is perfect to defend with the natural and the third base at the same time. Blink Stalkers are also perfect for the medevacs, like you said. So it's just a personal preference from here on. Do you just get more Colossus, or do you just use two for defense and then tech right into Templars? Now, Rain, he's been known to make tons of Colossus mid to late game, ending up 5 or 6, even if there's tons of Vikings out. And look at this, he's also getting a third Colossus for himself. His opponent, Reality, he's getting a Viking. However, while he's being aggressive, you also have to realize that Rain is not touching any of the 3 bases that Reality has. So as long as he doesn't suicide his Marine medevac army, he's going to be feeling really comfortable. Yeah.
We do have a second star port finished up for Reality here, and I guess he wants to make sure he can deal with the Colossus. But look at this. We have a humongous Doom Drop potentially coming into the main base of Rain. But look at this. He already has units there. He is completely prepared. Rain, he's not making any mistakes this game. In Reality, he's trying to make something work, but just there's so much perfect defense and placement from Rain. Oh, and forward Blink there, going to be able to take out one of the medevacs. One does go down, but this is still a very large drop from Reality. Rain does have some units here, and he's warping in a lot more as well. Nexus Cannon going down as well. More of these medevacs are getting sniped off here, and it looks like this is actually a terrible move for Reality. This dropped in basically no damage.
Remember what I said about how you need to save the Marines, the Marauders, and the medevacs, and he'll be feeling really comfortable? Now Reality is going to be on his toes. Look at the supply difference, 162 to his opponent 155. However, Rain has constant Colossus coming out. His +2/+2 is basically finished at this point. His opponent he only has +1 attack.
Yeah, +1/+1. +2/+2 are on the way as well. They're going to finish up quite soon here, but Rain, he's still going to have a bit of an upgrade advantage throughout the game.
Oh, is that +2/+2 upgrade?
Yeah.
On the I don't know, man. I'm still having some hard time trying to tell the difference apart from the icons.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as Terran players or the Zergs.
Yeah, that is true. The Protoss ones, the armor ones are a little bit easier, though.
Oh, yeah.
To check out.
So, apologies there. You know, we still make mistakes here and there.
Apology accepted.
Thank you. Now, Rain's going to slowly push down the map after reflecting the army. However, he doesn't have enough anti-air.
Yeah, Rain is going to be forced back here. Those Vikings doing a lot of damage to the Mothership Core. Going down, that's definitely going to hurt Rain. He's going to have no Time Warp. He's going to have no Nexus Cannon as well, so he's going to need to remake that as soon as possible. High Templar are on the way. We also have Archons added into the army mix, but Reality is making more command centers, and now this could be a bit of a weird position for Rain. Once he gets the 3-3 out, he'll be perfectly fine, but until then, he's going to be on the back foot.
Does he actually have Storm finished?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It seems like he's just making emergency Archons against this main army. And, you know, what Rain's known for is go for, you know, fast attack and then use the Storms to deflect the main army once he pushes out with tons of Vikings.
Look at the positioning of these Vikings, preventing those Colossus from getting in a great position. But now, Reality, he's going to move in towards his third base. But Reality with some excellent control here is Mocking against these Zealots. But that's just a humongous Protoss army. All of the Vikings are going to get sniped here. One Colossus does survive. Now the Archons are barreling in here. It looks like Rain has been able to secure a victory here in this battle, killing off so many of those units there. And now the supply, it's 115 to 173. Rain taking a gigantic lead and even sniping off that last medevac.
All he needs to do is 1A from this point. All of his Archons are still alive. He has one Colossus, and look how much army his opponent has. Reality has nothing.
Reality doesn't have anything. He could have definitely used the Ghosts against this army composition to EMP those Archons, but the Zealot count is still immensely high as well. Rain, is he just going to go straight for the heart of his opponent? He's moving in. The natural, there's nothing to deflect those Zealots right there, and he's just going to send Zealots to each expansion there and ruin the economy for Reality.
You know, one thing that was really disappointing about Reality during the main attack at third is that he didn't stutter micro enough. He basically expected to win the engagement because he has so many Marauders and Marines and not that many Zealots. However, all the Archons were still alive, the Colossus was still alive and well, and he just made a wrong decision to not micro at the last second.
Alright, well, this looks like the last defense for Reality here. Rain getting ready to move in here. He has so many Archons as well. Here is the main attack. Reality doing his best to defend against this, but there's simply too many Protoss units. That's going to be it for Reality. He's going to have to tap out of this game. GG! SK Telecom sweeping over Samsung Con 4-0. 4 Protosses. Wow, I think that SK Telecom is now the Protoss team.
Yeah, they've been known for the strong Terran lineups when SK Telecom T1 started out around 2005, you know, the early days of Brood War. And now, near the end, because of addition of Bisu and Best, they say they have a strong Terran players and strong Protoss players in Starcraft2, showing Protoss dominance with the addition of Parting and Brown, Best and Bisu coming back, and of course, the first OSL winner, Rain, taking his victory today.
So, I have to say, all of the games played by SK Telecom, they were all convincing wins. All the players played very solid and were cool, calm, composed under pressure. They just played great. They played so well. And, you know, I guess that's why Samsung Con got 4-0'd.
I also have to say, Samsung Con, they need a deeper lineup.
They do. They are lacking a lot right now. I feel like they were doing good for a while when Johnny B was really pulling their team, essentially carrying the team on his back, and then Roro as well, you know, doing very well. But you know what? John B and Roro, they didn't even get to play today. They were saved for the 5th and 6th set, but